ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at an aviation-themed brand named Trintec. I'm sure you've heard of them before. Today we're looking at their Copilot Black Chronograph. It's a quartz chronograph, actually. And it comes in this little box. Here's the watch, but it comes in this nice little kind of leatherette box here. A little flip open. And inside you get a little paper that shows you how to function the watch. Nice little package. But here is the actual watch itself, and let's get into it. Okay, so here's the Trintec Copilot Black Chronograph. This is the DLC coded one, as you can tell. It is black. And Trintec makes a lot of cool watches. The components used, the case, the build, they're tough watches. I've had a couple of them in before for review. And this one being a quartz chronograph, I've never reviewed one of their quartz pieces, but this is the first. Now, as you can see, it's a typical pilot layout here, very aviation-themed watch. Now, the diameter of this version, we're looking at a 42mm case here, so it's not all that big. We're looking at a thickness of 15mm. That's including the bezel. We are looking at a lug-to-lug distance of about 54mm. So it's quite long on the lugs here. As you can see, the lugs kind of come out. It's a very nice shape. I like the shape of their watches. I like this design here. As you can see, we have the two screws on each side, which you can remove the strap with. So basically, all those dimensions out of the way, we also do get a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating, as you can probably see there. It does give off some nice hues of blue when the light hits it, especially in the true sunlight there. We get a screw-down crown over at 3 with 100 meters of water resistance, which is really nice to see on a pilot's chronograph. Most pilot's chronographs, typically something like a Navi timer, only I believe 5 ATMs or 50 meters. And a lot of other pilot's chronographs are only 3 ATMs or 30 meters. So this one is definitely capable of going in the water with you, which is nice. We also do have a 60-minute timing bezel, which is unidirectional. Very nice bezel action as well. So, we have a Miyota OS20 quartz chronograph movement. As you can see, we get 3 subdials. Here's your running seconds right above 6. We get your 60-minute countdown right at 9 o'clock. And at 3 o'clock, we get a 24-hour subdial, which has some nice yellow hints. And this subdial over here has some nice orange hints to match the chronograph hand, which is kind of that candlewick orange, which is loomed over here as well. So the dials are straight black. We have nice large Arabic numerals. The 12 and the 6 are very legible, as well as the 2, 4, 8, and 10, which are fully loomed, as well as all the markings as well, which I'll show you towards the end of the video. So the crown is screwed down, like I said. It's pretty plain, and I think it looks fine just plain there. A nice coin edge bezel here, as you can get a glimpse of. The bezel action is very tooly, I would say, and very precise. There's really no play there. And as you can see, everything lines up to 12 o'clock perfectly, so no quality control issues there, which is nice to see. We're looking at 22mm in between the lugs there. Pretty standard for a 42mm case. Nice long pilot-styled hands, which are fully loomed as well, which is nice to see with Luminova. This is all Luminova, all the Arabic numerals, markings, and the hands as well. The bezel is not loomed. Now, if we go to this case here, we have a DLC matte, I believe, no, it's actually a sandblasted finish here. So we get a sandblasted finish here with DLC coating, which is diamond-like carbon, which is pretty good. It's very hard to scratch. Considering this is a black case, if you did scratch it, you would see some of the 316L stainless steel from underneath of it. But the case back, which is good to see, is comprised of stainless steel and screwed down. So it's a pretty simple watch to function. Top pusher, we're going to start the chronograph. Typical quartz movement. It's the OS20, has about a 3-year battery life, so no need to worry for a while. This movement does not contain any jewels. As you can see, start and stop it and reset it. It also has a flyback feature, as you can see. If I started it, I can just hit the bottom button right away and it just resets like that, which is pretty cool. So let me get this strap off here and take a look at the case back. The case back is nice. I like that they put some stuff on here. As you can see, the nice airplane Copilot chronograph even has their little, if you can see that, It does say Trintec Industries Inc. All stainless steel, 10 ATMs, and they named the movement, which is pretty cool, the Japanese Miyota OS20, which is made by Citizen. And this is screwed down and kind of in like a sandblasted finish, I would say. But all in all, very nice casework, as you can see. These nice shapes here. I do like the style of their cases a lot. They're very comfortable on the wrist, even though they do have a longer lug-to-lug distance. But they are very comfortable on the wrist. So the strap this one comes supplied with is actually a silicone strap, 22mm. Nice cutout holes here. Nice grooves over here for comfort. And some holes here if you're sweating or something like that to let some air through. The buckle is plain. It's done in the same coating as the cases. And you know, they do attract a little lint, like you will see as right here, like a little white stuff. But you know, other reviewers have said that's a problem. To me, I actually like their silicone straps. I think they're really comfortable. I mean, they're really flexible and they're thick. As you can see, that's all one piece. It's not combined. I happen to have no problem with their silicone straps. I think they're really comfortable. And they fit really nice on the wrist. All in all, you know, I believe this watch is selling for $400 US dollars. But what you're really paying for is the nice components here. The Sapphire Crystal, the great bezel, the great tool-like bezel. It's a very nice bezel action. It's a very, you know, solid case. It's 120 grams with the silicone strap here. So it's a very quality, it's built with a lot of quality, and you feel the quality in it. So it's not like some cheap quartz chronograph, you know, it's definitely built very nicely. And I think that's what people need to know. Also, this movement does come with a date aperture down here between 4 and 5. And, you know, some people might say it's a little bit too cluttered there. But, you know, if you kind of ignore it, you don't really know it's there. It is useful if you do want to know the date, considering most people are not going to be, you know, flying airplanes with this watch. It's more like an everyday tool watch, I would say. But right now I'm going to throw it on my 6.5-inch wrist, show you exactly what these dimensions look like on my wrist. So here's the Trintec Copilot on my 6.5-inch wrist. And as you can see, it's a little over, but it kind of curves, so it fits, you know. In my case, I would wear something like this. I think it's fine. So if you have a bigger wrist, I wouldn't worry. If you have a smaller wrist, I might worry. But as you can see, it wears real nice on the wrist. And that silicone strap, as I was stating earlier, is super flexible, but it's sturdy at the same time, so you know, it fits really nicely. I would definitely not change it out. That's just my opinion. I'm sure this would look great on a canvas strap, a NATO strap, or anything like that. A nice black canvas strap, that would probably look pretty cool. But yeah, that's what it looks like on my wrist right here. Very comfortable, flexible, doesn't ride too high on the wrist, as you can see, and easy grip on the bezel all around, which is good to see. Now I want to get you guys a nice loom shot, show you what the loom is all about on this Luminova, and I'll be right back. So as you can see here, everything is loomed up from the 12 o'clock pip, all the Arabics. Even the little sub-dial hands are loomed up, which I think is pretty cool. It looks really nice with the loom. All the fine minute markings are loomed, and all the main markers at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on are loomed as well. And the loom does last a pretty long time. It glows green in color, as you can see, and I think it's good enough. I have no problem with it whatsoever. So in conclusion, guys, the Trintec Copilot Chronograph is definitely a well-built watch, I will say that. The components are there for the money. You know, it has a lot of nice features, like the nice Luminova on basically the whole dial, every aspect of it. It also has a very nice case build and a nice case styling. I do love the styling of this case. It looks very nice, as you can see. It's a well-built watch, I will say that. It is a very well-built watch. Some of you guys may only like automatic watches, and that's okay. No problem with that there. But if you're looking for a nice tool everyday watch that's going to function with ease, only gain a couple seconds a month, very reliable, you don't have to change out the battery for like 3 years. So if you're looking for something that you can throw on and just wear without care, I think this might be a watch for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can definitely read the full article. I will leave that linked in the description below. Also, definitely share, like, and subscribe, and leave me a comment down in the section below. I want to know what you guys think of the Trintec Copilot with that black DLC coating. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.